I think the 80-minute MBA works so well because people are time poor, but they need really high quality insight delivered quickly, which they can immediately take away and action and use. And that's what the 80-minute MBA delivers. Since I did this last time, the world's become, I think, a more complicated, more contested, more dangerous place. We look at what makes good leadership. Because once you know what that really looks like, you start to notice divergences and behaviours that may not actually be particularly helpful. So, for example, one of the things that we talk about in the 80-minute MBA is the importance of humility and understanding how others experience of you. You might argue right now that there's a number of prominent leaders in business and in politics who don't necessarily display high levels of humility. So I suppose it gives you some warning signs, things not to do, and also gives you some very clear advice about how you actually deliver great leadership in ways that are authentic and in ways that are actually going to take people with you as a whole, rather than a divide and rule strategy, which seems to be at play now in quite a lot of debates about politics and economics. So when we first launched the 80-minute MBA and we placed sustainability right at the centre of the course, it wasn't such a mainstream topic. This week, Prince Charles has described climate change as the wolf at the door. I think that probably tells you that it's become mainstream. It's become right at the centre of public debate. The evidence is absolutely clear that man-made action is causing global warming, and unless we stop what we're doing, we're going to fry the planet. Yet actually we see all of this very, very lively debate contesting the science and contesting the facts. So what that tells you is, one, it's a leadership issue. At what point do we have to take seriously accumulating evidence? And two, it's an ethical issue around what are our responsibilities of this generation to now act, and act quickly, to make sure that we can create a viable and sustainable planet. Clearly, one of the biggest drivers in business right now is the power of big data to drive all kinds of really interesting insights about behaviours, markets, and how you tailor products and services in ways that guarantee that you delight people and have successful businesses. So actually, if you're a business leader, data, in that sense, facts, hard evidence has never been more important. Yet the wider society, back to post-truth, now seems to be in a place where people don't want to hear hard facts. They don't necessarily want to hear the truth about how hard things are or how they might have to change their behaviour. On one level, I think post-truth is a bigger issue for politics than it is for business, but it starts to taint and influence and shape consumer citizen behaviour, and therefore it raises the stakes for businesses in terms of how they communicate and how they do that in an authentic, transparent and honest way. If you want to understand and gain real insights about consumer behaviour or how markets operate or how your business operates, you've got to dig the numbers, you've got to like your spreadsheets, you've got to understand and be interested in constantly collecting and monitoring that data. The digitisation of society, what digital is doing from how we work, what our workplace looks and feels like, through to the much aired debate over the last 3 years about automation, robots, about the extent to which we're going to see the hollowing out of the economy as lots of professional jobs start to be subcontracted to an intelligent machine. If you were being very far-sighted about your workforce and your business, you'd be thinking a lot now about what types of skills, what types of knowledge do we need in our business so that I've got the people that can work with that technology. So for people that really want to get on top of how they should be thinking and how they should be acting, come here and listen to an 80-minute MBA, and you can leave with things that you can immediately make a difference with.